Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips. So today we're going to open up 4 more packs of Fleer 1992 from that box that I had won in auction. But you know, between the videos, the last video and this one, I've been doing research. Well, and I've also been looking at cards and finding out we're making real good progress on the little subsets. We're not making any progress on the insert sets, other than that one Roger Clemens card. That's the only subset, and unfortunately it was a little bit damaged. I also was trying to check, I was real curious at how many autos did he sign, and I really couldn't find. There's not very much. You can look on eBay, you might find a few. I didn't find any on ComC. I did some other Googling search. There's not a lot of information about that. So, they did say that it was 1 in 35,000. Don't know how many packs they made, so it's hard to tell, if we're going to get one or not. We're probably not, but if we do, that will be a surprise. But honestly, until we open the pack, we don't know. So let's go ahead and start cracking this pack open and see what we can pull. It would be interesting to pull something like that. I know we've gotten so used to just being able to find autos. You look something like any of the hobby boxes that you can find, you usually have a few autos or relics or stuff like that. This wasn't just done at this time. So, you get kind of spoiled at it today. So you go and you start looking at, let's move on. You start looking at these type of packs and going, well, I'm not finding anything. Well, it's because nobody found anything. That's George Brett. See, by 1992, yeah, you'd see his stat sheet is just through the roof. Played forever. Always played. Oh, there's Goose Gossage. That's a great card. There's actually a card, I forget what set it was. It's actually got Goose and Nolan Ryan, because they were both with the with the Rangers at this time. But you had Goose threw his 308th save the same time that Nolan Ryan got his 308th win. So they actually had a card that commemorated that one. I just don't remember what set that one was in. Pedro Guerrero. There's Del Murphy as a Philly. That's a painful one to see. Actually looks... I'm looking because I thought I'd seen him as a Philly somewhere else, but I don't remember. There's Billy Ripken. There's Cal Ripken's brother. There's Don Slott. Gary Varsho. So many of these names. Billy Hatcher brings back so many memories. Like Carlton Fisk. Used to see him everywhere. And we're just trying to go through this. Gary Carter with the Dodgers. Before that, he was with San Francisco. Before that, he was with the Mets. So, he had a very... and before that, he was with the Expos. I totally forgot about his little stint with the Expos. Yeah, he had definitely been all over the place. But he was definitely a great catcher. Great slugging catcher, which is what was big back then. Oh, here's a nice card. Wow. This is one of those Provisions. And this is the Provision everybody's looking for, the Ken Griffey Jr. Provision. And this one actually looks really, really nice. So definitely going to sleeve this one up. Actually, I sleeve all the Provisions up. But this one I might actually, I might even top load that one. Wouldn't send it to PSA to get it graded, because it probably costs more than the card will ever be worth. But yeah, I might look at companies like HGA on this one. That's the one thing I will say about companies like HGA getting into the business, because they don't cost as much. And when you're looking at cards like this, where they're not going to be worth a ton of money, it's still good to, it's good to get them slabbed, good to get them graded, but you don't want to break the bank in order to do it. So let's see what else we got. All right, already starting off with not your everyday names right off that, but we did get another prospect, Gil Heredia, and I think it's one I don't have. You know, we've gotten, this is a big set. This is something like 20, 30 cards, or I think it's 28 cards, and we've gotten 16. So we're definitely making good ground on there. There's Greg Jeffries. Getting my hands a little bit better used to holding these fat packs. There's Steve Sachs. Cecil Fielder. Scott Bradley. Len Dykstra. Yeah, mentioned I'm getting good at holding the fat packs, and what do I do? Almost drop them. Ricky Bones. There's Doc. Dwight Gooden. I forgot I was looking at 1990 score, and actually they don't call him Dwight Gooden. They actually call him Doc. It wasn't one that was open. It was as part of the auction. I got a bunch of loose ones, and I was looking through those. There's Paul Abbott. For a minute there, I was thinking it was Jim Abbott. I ended up pulling his auto in Top Series 1 this year. On the 1986 reprint. So it's a nice one. And it's on card, numbered, so it was really nice. There's Howard Johnson. Oh, Dwight Smith. Okay, and Reggie Jefferson. I meant that was going to be Reggie Jackson. It's like, nope, that's a different set. Those are Upper Deck. These are Fleer. So here's pack number 3. Still no Roger. Still no Rocket. Come on, Rocket. And it looks like, from the few that I did find, it looks like he signed different ones of that 15 card set. So, you know, it's not like the Upper Decks where they had one specific card. And I've seen some that were numbered, some that weren't. The numbered one that I saw was like to 28. So it was, again, these are hard to get. Oh, here we go. Definitely a good one. Record setter, Ricky Henderson. Yeah, I say he set a record. He set a record that no one's ever going to be able to beat. And if you think anyone can beat it, go ahead and put that in the comment section below, because I don't know how you do it. And they just don't play Harold Baines after he moved over to the Athletics. I just don't know how people could play long enough. There's Ted Wood. It's a prospect. You know, I know, you know, you got 162 games because he had a lot of games at the same time. But it's so difficult to do now. And especially because once people start figuring out that you steal, you know, it's the whole Moneyball thing, just like a shift. They're going to prepare for it, and so it's just harder. Here is another Superstar Special, and this is Super Siblings, Roberto and Sandy Alomar Jr. I did not realize Sandy Alomar was so much taller than Roberto. Huh, that's interesting. And then there's the card, the back. Nice. That's cool. Oh, and here's another one of the Boom brothers, Mark McGuire. I'm gonna sleeve him up too. Yeah, he's another one. Unfortunately, when you're super competitive You feel like you have to do anything to get that. Speaking of the Boom Brothers, here's the other one. I'm going to sleeve him up. Jose Canseco. And he definitely, I mean, there's no doubt that he was. And he actually ended up coming to the Rays at the end. But there was no question. He just got huge. And then started having the rage issues, and just sad. Another prospect, we got Don Harris. I think we're getting close to it, because I don't think any of those 4 that we pulled, I don't think any of them are, I think they're all non-repeats. So that would be great if we can keep whittling away. There's another one. I don't remember Roberto Hernandez. I don't remember seeing him. Oh, we got a record setter right after it, and a great record setter right after it. But here's Roberto Hernandez. Who's that record setter? You can't get a better record setter. Recording his 7th no-hitter, Mr. Nolan Ryan. Unreal what this man could do. It's just sick what he could do. Good Lord, we're getting another one here too. So yeah, here's number 7. Remember, it was the 1991 Upper Deck that I posted a while back. Talks about his 5,000 strikeout, and 1990 Upper Deck was his 6th no-hitter. So here's another one of the Superstar specials. Good Lord, we're going to finish these off with just this thing. The Igniters. Paul Molitor and Brett Butler. I'm getting cards faster than I can talk about them. But I'll take that. Candy Maldonado. He was all over the place for a while. There's our checklist. And another prospect. Good Lord, what are we doing? Cliff Brantley. And I'm thinking we got some cards that are flipped in the back. I don't think there's, I mean, I just see all this white behind here, and I'm like, this is getting really, really strange. I can't believe we have this many of the little subsets right in a row. But, you know, I did find a lot of these cards, when you didn't get a good sort, you would start getting all the numbers put together. I'm not saying that's what happened, but, you know, the fact that we're getting so many of the inserts all together tends to make me think we did. Okay, last pack. That was a heavy insert pack, or subset pack. No inserts yet. You know, I'd like to see some, you know, some lumber company or Smoke and Heat. That's another one of the insert sets. Don't know how big those are. Oh, here we go. Speak It and It Will Come. And it's right on the front, and it's actually in good shape. It's another one of the Roger Clemens highlight card. Unfortunately, and I've seen this one that has an auto on it. This one obviously doesn't, so, but that's okay. I'll still take it's a number 2 card. Oh, that's interesting. So we pulled number 1 and we pulled number 2. Interesting. So, no, I'll take it. It'd be nice to get them all. I doubt we're going to get them all with all these packs. So, I doubt we're going to finish this set. Andre Dawson, unless I buy it. But the good news is there's a lot of them, and I could probably buy it relatively cheap. You know, I'd probably only pay a couple bucks a card or so, which is still, you know, a little bit high for this era, but you know, that's a special insert set. There's Vinny Castilla, prospect for the Braves. Vinny Castilla. I know I pronounced that wrong. My tongue got away from me a little bit. Dennis Martinez. That's an interesting pose right there. Jim Thome, Hall of Famer. Just you put some of these people together, and just the number. Oh, there's Donnie Baseball. Just the number of home runs that they hit, just unreal. And that's without the drugs, because there was some slugging going on back then. Alan Trammell. I think part of it too is because, you know, velocity wasn't high. It's much higher now. You know, it wasn't very high back then. It's Wayne Kirby prospect. And so, you know, you just had to put some heat. You put the wood right, and those balls will carry. That's even without juiced balls. Okay, and we got another league leader. Actually, we haven't got any league leaders out of these 4 packs, but here's a league leader of Cecil Fielder. Take a look. AL RBI leader. Cool. And Walt Terrell and Mark Lemke. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a quick recap of what we pulled out of these 4 packs. You know, of course, we've got another 12 packs to go, so it'd be a few more videos on it. But you know, we'll try to keep these moving so they're at least interesting. But probably the top card we pulled out of this one is this insert, the Roger Clemens Career Highlights insert, which is number 2. We also pulled, don't bend it at all, a Ken Griffey Jr. Provision card, which is really neat. We pulled the league leader, Cecil Fielder. Make sure to try centering. It's probably I start fading off every once in a while, and then I catch myself. We got 2 Superstar specials. We got the Igniters with Paul Molitor and Brett Butler, and the siblings of Roberto and Sandy Alomar Jr. For record setters, we got 2 of those. We got the man himself, the GOAT, Nolan Ryan. And then we got the other GOAT. When it, you know, this guy is a throwing GOAT. This guy's a stealing GOAT, Ricky Henderson. 2 great ones there. Wow. We actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and go to the prospects first. Prospects, we got a bunch of these once again. Wayne Kirby, Vinny Castilla, Cliff Brantley, Roberto Hernandez, Don Harris, Ted Wood, Paul Abbott, get in there, and Gil Heredia. And then a couple cards I just kind of set out. Like so, I always set out ones that kind of I'd be interested. I actually set out this time the Boom Brothers of Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. And this was the time of boom back in the A's in the early 90s. So go ahead and, you know, if you got any comments, you know, bring back any good or bad feelings, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. Make sure, you know, if you like the video, you know, give me a like. If you don't like the video, don't, and, you know, give me the thumbs down so that, you know, I know if I can do better. And then make sure you go ahead and hit the bell, hit subscribe. We've got a lot more to do. Like I said, we got a few more videos that we'll do of the Fleer 92. I've got more of the 1990 Upper Deck as we continue our hunt for Reggie, along with new stuff and other old stuff. And, you know, it's baseball card extravaganza. So go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe and that bell so that you know when the next one comes out. And until next time, we'll see y'all later.